Weapons cache case. The weapons cache case Finnish, Asakakentiv Swedish, Vapengamo was a Finnish military planned to continue battle after the ceasefire in 1944 if needed. It concerned a secret and officially unsanctioned military operation following the end of combat on the Soviet-Finnish theater of WW2 known as the Continuation War, where a large amount of Finnish army weapons and equipment was hidden in caches scattered around the country. Background: following the Moscow Armistice of September 19, 1944, two high-ranking officers in the operational department of Finnish military HQ, Colonel Valo Nittila and Lieutenant Colonel Usko Hati, started planning countermeasures against a possible Soviet occupation of the country. They came up with the idea of decentralized storage of light infantry weapons so that in case of occupation, an immediate guerrilla war could be launched. During the demobilization, an organization responsible for hiding the equipment was created and war material and other supplies were given to them for safekeeping. A total of 10,000 people participated in the operation. It was planned that they would cache supplies for 8,000 men, but the participants worked so eagerly, the case started to unravel in the spring of 1945 when one man who had stolen foodstuffs from the cache to sell them on the lucrative black market and feared reprisal from his comrades, divulged the existence of the caches to the Allied Control Commission ACC. Initially, the ACC was eager to follow the case, but after written orders from Nittila and Hati surfaced, they left the investigation to Valpo, the much communist-controlled security police of Finland at the time. Valpo interrogated more than 5,000 people, but failed to completely crack the case and find all the weapons. Most of the weapons were silently returned to army depots, and some were destroyed, but even today, when old buildings are demolished, caches turn up every year. The investigators failed to find out how many people participated in the operation, as the participants tended to be reluctant to divulge meaningful information. While the operation was unofficial, there was no Finnish law under which those involved could be prosecuted. An ex post facto law was passed for the purpose in January 1947. In the end, 1,488 people were convicted, most of them sentenced to 4 months in prison. Decades later, in 1980, Social Democrat Arvo Tuomainen, a former Finnish communist leader, claimed that the weapons cache case was the tipping point which transferred the power within the Finnish communist movement from the revolutionary. However, according to historian Kimmo Rentola and others, Tuomainen's claims are to be treated very skeptically. Several private, unrelated weapons caches have been found all over Finland after the war, one famous by Lauri Torni and his fellow veterans. This cache included a light machine gun, semi-automatic rifle, 5 submachine guns, 3 rifles, 36 hand grenades, and some 2,000 rounds of ammunition. The Dictyaryov machine gun was later identified as the President Mono Koivisto's issue weapon from his war service.